Hi folks, I got asked to post a video about the giant one and making sure we completely get that concept of what that giant one is meant to be for. So I'm gonna just I'll do a couple of them. So the giant one, the whole concept of the giant one. Let's look at number 2, and I'm gonna rewrite it so that you can see it bigger. Is what the giant one is basically having us do is really just looking at, okay, if I want to take this fraction here, oops, move that, there we go. If I want to take 5/9 and I want to write an equivalent fraction to 5/9, what the equivalent fraction I want, though, specifically has a denominator of 36. So the giant one is just saying what fraction could you multiply 5/9 by to get an equivalent fraction that has a denominator of 36, right? So it's that giant one, that concept is really, when you think of the giant one, we're looking for the same number, one on top of the other, because that would divide to be 1. So 9, so we ask ourselves, 9 times what is 36? Well, 9 times 4 is 36. So the giant one is 4 over 4 because it's 9 times 4 is 36. So now that's my giant one is 4 over 4. So what do I need to do? Multiply the top 5 times 4 as well to get what this question mark is. And that question mark in this case would be 20. So all we've done is we're using the giant one in order to create equivalent fractions with specific denominators or numerators or whatever the case be. So in this case, I just rewrote 5/9 to be 20 over 36, an equivalent fraction using the giant one. Okay, that's how it's done.